What's going on, guys? I'm yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, Seth Wheat here. Normally I would do the whole pointing thing, but I figured not in this video here. In this video, I wanted to actually take a few minutes to actually talk about something that we people sometimes choose not to talk about. What am I talking about? Well, I am a day late and a dollar short, but I figured I'd actually just talk for a few minutes about 9/11. Now, like I said, a lot of y'all don't want to hear it, but whether we choose to, whether we like it or not, 9/11 is going to be a part of us for the rest of our lives. Now, for the younger generations who didn't exactly experience what we saw and what we went through on 9/11, you guys are learning about it. But to learn about it and to actually witness it that day are two different things. Because I can honestly say that from my experience, because I was just starting my sophomore year that year on September 11th, 2001. I was just starting my sophomore year that year. So it was a shocker for sure. And I remember it like it was just yesterday, and I'm going to share this with you guys where I was and what I was doing that day. So like I said, I was just starting my sophomore year that year in high school. So the day basically started off like a regular old day. Beautiful weather, gorgeous, you know, brand new school year. Get into English class, and we asked our teacher if we can listen to the radio, which that was the first time our teacher has actually let us listen to, you know, the radio while we were in English class. Normally doesn't happen. But he said sure. And we were listening to the radio, and right around about 8:45 was about the time the first plane had hit one of the towers to the World Trade Center. And we heard the guy on the radio say, "Oh my God, an airplane just hit one of the towers to the World Trade Center." And of course, we thought it was a joke, because the guy that we were listening to loves to joke around and everything like that. So we thought it was a joke. We didn't actually think he was serious. Well, we got a little concerned, and we looked at our teacher, and we asked if we could go to the library to actually see what was going on, because the librarians in our library in the high school, they always had Good Morning America on. So we went up, and about the time that we got up there was about the time that the second plane had hit the other twin tower to the World Trade Center. And it was right about that time that we realized, everybody in the school realized, that we were being attacked by terrorists. And to me, and I don't want people to call me a cold-hearted bastard because I wasn't crying or I wasn't in tears or anything. I'm not a cold-hearted bastard. But at that time in high school, it really wasn't comprehending up here of what just happened. Everybody, including myself, we were all shocked to see what had happened. And then it made even clearer to the fact that we found out that it was a bunch of terrorists had hijacked all four planes. The two in the towers, the one in the Pentagon, and the one that hit the Pennsylvania field. All four of them were hijacked by terrorists. The only thing about it was the fact that the ones by the Twin Towers and the one by the Pentagon, nobody knew at the time that they were being hijacked. But the ones that landed in the Pennsylvania field knew what was going on and actually tried to stop the hijacker. But needless to say, though, it was a day that we will never forget as long as we live, because there was at least around 2,900 people that died that day, and that's not just regular people. That's also including the firefighters and the police officers. But that's not just including them too. We're talking about people that died from the toxic fumes from the building after it fell and everything, from all the people trying to rescue all the other people. I mean, it was a disaster. And no matter what, as long as we live, 9/11 will go down in history as a day we will never, ever, ever, ever forget. And a lot of us choose to forget it because we don't want to remember that day. Well, like I said, whether we like it or not, it's a part of our history now. So, and like I said, today's generations too may be learning about it. But learning it and experiencing it are two different things. So, and I'm old enough now, of course, I'm 32 years old, which a lot of y'all wouldn't actually believe that. But it's amazing that 16 years ago was a day that changed all of our lives. Everyone came together that day and basically stood there and told the terrorists, hey, look, fuck you, we're still standing here. You know, but now all of a sudden, you can't seem to put an American flag anywhere without offending someone. And you can't really say anything that's patriotic without offending anybody. The world has basically changed since 16 years ago. When that day happened 16 years ago, we all came together. We all stood, we all held hands, we all came together and stood against terrorists. Now all of a sudden, the world has changed. You can't say nothing, you can't do anything without offending anybody, or people calling it racist, or all this bullshit. Yeah, I mean, and it's sad. It really, truly is. And I'm not saying that people have forgotten 9/11. It's just a lot of people choose not to remember 9/11. But no matter what we do, no matter where we go, 9/11 is going to be a part of us for the rest of our lives. Those that actually experienced it. I wasn't there at New York when it happened. Okay, I was here in Virginia when it happened. But with all those people, and like I said, I know I'm a day late and a dollar short, but of course my thoughts and prayers are still with those that have lost their loved ones there on the day of 9/11 in 2001. My thoughts and prayers are with those families, because they still grieve over the loss of their loved ones. And I can't say that I honestly know what it's like to lose a loved one like that, but I can honestly say though that it hurt just as much as everybody else did. So they're not alone. And then of course, you know, they play songs too in remembrance of 9/11. You know, like Alan Jackson, where were you when the world stopped turning? And of course, you know, they play God Bless USA by Lee Greenwood. So, you know, it's a day that we are not supposed to forget ever. And for someone like me, I'll never forget it as long as I live, because that day I looked at my mom, still shocked, confused, and I asked her, and I said, what happened? And it took her a good few minutes to be able to actually tell me that we were attacked by terrorists. So needless to say, I don't make this video to have anybody make any racial comments. I don't make this video for any negative comments at all. But I wanted to make this video though, because I'm sure there are other people here on YouTube that have made videos about 9/11. So I know I'm not the only one. But I wanted to make a video, but I made this video here for you guys to kind of see my perspective of what I remember of 9/11. But all I ask of though is for you guys, for us not to forget about it. Because no matter what, whether you watch the news, you listen to the radio, or you're on your social media, you're gonna see everything about 9/11, whether you choose to want to see it or not. It's gonna be there. Because like I said, 9/11 is a part of us now. We lived it. We were there. So anyways, I wanted to do this vlog about that. I wanted to talk about it for a few minutes here. But if you guys have any comments of exactly where you guys were at, what you guys were doing on that day on 9/11, I would love to hear from you guys, to hear exactly what you guys were doing that day. And I don't mean anything stupid. I don't mean anything racial. Okay, because racial comments, gone. Any negative comments, period, will be gone. So if you guys want to leave comments on this video here to basically tell me where you guys were on 9/11, what you guys were doing that day, whether you guys were in school or whether you guys were at work, I welcome it. And with that in mind, of course, as always, I am yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, Seth Wheat here. And as always, if you guys like my videos enough, make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you guys want, you guys can subscribe to my channel as well for more videos. So with that in mind, I will see you guys later. Yeah.